Growing up, I was that kid, obsessed with high strangeness long before cryptids went mainstream. My dad even took me to Loch Ness because Nessie was part of my personal cryptid trinity. Even as an adult, I've never forgotten how much I used to love everything in that world. Nor could I ever actually forget the lore I spent my childhood absorbing. So, many years later, a AAA magazine inspired me to plan a visit up north and hike to the exact spot where the Patterson-Gimlin film was shot in 1967. You know the one I'm talking about. A few weeks ago, I flew from Los Angeles to Eureka and drove out to the quiet town of Willow Creek, the Bigfoot capital of the world. They were having their annual Bigfoot Daze festival that weekend, which was also the reason I picked then to go. The day before the festivities, I set right back out and drove north, turning right before the small town of Orleans, and up some winding roads into the mountains towards Bluff Creek. The actual filming site was rediscovered and mapped out by a group called the Bluff Creek Project, whose website, with plenty of information and detailed directions, was instrumental in me deciding to even take this trip. In fact, looking back, two of the members, Robert and Rowdy, were featured in that AAA magazine. As luck would have it, they were out here on a hike with other people that very afternoon, so I rolled up to the clearing and parked just in time to join their group. Side note, if you ever take this trip yourself, the last leg of the drive can really only be done by a high clearance vehicle, or else you'll have to hoof it. The hike itself is pretty short and easy to navigate. The guys with the Bluff Creek Project help maintain the trail and make sure signs are kept up. After one quick creek crossing, the site came into view. As the terrain has changed quite a bit over several decades, small flags now help mark where Patty herself was seen walking in the infamous footage. They also built a small raised platform close to the creek, so one can stand right where Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin shot their film. I had initially imagined I'd be there alone and spend maybe just 30 minutes soaking in the scenery, but because of my lucky timing, I was there for a few hours, and I got to listen to the guys talk all about their research in rediscovering the site by mapping out remaining landmarks visible in the footage. Whether or not you believe in Bigfoot, or even more specifically, whether or not you believe that the Patterson-Gimlin film is authentic, you can't deny that it's iconic. I felt it had been well worth the drive up from Willow Creek to follow in Patty's footsteps. Or big footsteps. Back down in Willow Creek, Bigfoot Daze was the following morning. It kicked off with a parade featuring floats of mystical legends of the forest as this year's official theme. After that, people spread out all over town to check out the sights and see the different vendors and booths, including my pals at the Bluff Creek Project. The highlight of the festival was definitely the Bigfoot calling contest. I'll let some of the entries speak for themselves.
Hey, Bigfoot, come over here. Bigfoot, this way. Bigfoot. This way.
Every year there's one.
I don't remember this part of history class. I hear they only serve ethically sourced Sasquatch meat. No visit to Willow Creek is complete without seeing the museum, which contains plenty of artifacts from the town's early days. In the Bigfoot wing, they have casts, newspaper displays, and cases showing different types of... Oh, hey, I loved this book as a kid! I even bought it a few years ago just for the nostalgia. Back to the museum. I would absolutely hang this in my home. This trip was perfect. If you ever want to visit the filming site, be sure to check out the Bluff Creek Project website so you don't get lost. And if you ever just want to visit Willow Creek, be sure to make it land on Bigfoot Daze weekend. But also be sure to bring sunscreen, plenty of water, and maybe even an umbrella, because it broke 100 degrees with no cloud cover that day. From the waters of Loch Ness as a kid to the woods of Sasquatch as an adult, I'm glad I saw another major cryptid homeland. Maybe in the future I'll visit another high strangeness holy site, like take a drive near Area 51, or head to Point Pleasant, or maybe even just visit family back in South Jersey not too far from the Pine Barrens. But I would recommend this trip to anyone who fancies themselves a Bigfoot enthusiast, or even just a nature lover. The entire area is stunning, and you never know what might be out there.